Gnosticism. What is Gnosticism? Well, in the previous video we saw what dualism is. Gnosticism takes it to another level. Gnosticism agrees with the idea of dualism, that the spiritual is separated from the natural, but now it pushes it to another level and it says, therefore, the spiritual is always good and the natural is totally evil. As a consequence, stay away from the natural things and seek only the spiritual things. Although Christianity was the one that picked up on this idea the most, like you can see it, you can just walk into any Christian church and this concept is seen everywhere. Ooh, alcohol, that's of the devil. Money, Movies, no, that's not of God. TV, Halloween, no. Sex, no. You get the idea. All the natural, evil, bad. And then the spiritual, good. Church, yeah. Prayer, ooh. Fasting, amazing. Reading the Bible or whatever spiritual book you have, always good. Reading a magazine, no good. So even Gnosticism is a vast idea, it's a broad concept. The word Gnosticism means salvation by knowledge. So therefore, obviously the people think like, okay, I know more, so I'm saved because I know the spiritual is good, the natural is evil. I know that, so I'm saved. But if we go back in history, when Gnosticism, which by the way, no one knows exactly when Gnosticism was started, but it was a religion with weird concepts and weird rules and regulations, just like any other religion, full of rules, full of, you get the point. Nowadays, 2019, 2020, nowadays, basically Gnosticism, that's all that it is. It's spiritual is good, natural is evil. Seek the spiritual, avoid the natural. And then we start putting people into bondage by establishing its own rules and regulations, like, oh, you don't go to church, you're missing out on God. Well, let me tell you that God is already in me. Now, I'm not saying as an excuse not to go to church, although I am the church, you are the church. If you believe in Jesus, boom. If we only focused, again, in the finished work of Jesus at the cross, everything would change. He died at the cross to forgive our sins and he resurrected to give us a new life. Therefore, we can live a new life that does not gravitates towards sin. A new life that is not seeking to unplease God. But Gnosticism puts you in this bondage of, since it's knowledge, then you gotta find the newest thing, the newest revelation. You gotta know the newest revelation. You gotta know the greatest thing that just happened yesterday. You gotta find the newest key to this, the key to that. You gotta understand the newest secret that God just spoke to the men of God. When the greatest thing that ever happened was at the cross, when Jesus died and he said, it is finished. Then we put Jesus on a side note, on the back seat, and we preach our things. I mean, I did it for years. Preach my thing, preach my doctrine, preach my denomination, push my church's agenda. But if we only preach Jesus, Paul said, I preach Jesus and Jesus crucified. That is the most relevant message. That is the gospel. That is the good news. That Jesus died on the cross for us, asked us to do what we were not able to do, which is precisely what Gnosticism is trying to achieve. It's trying to achieve something that Jesus already achieved for us. It's trying to cleanse myself from something that Jesus already cleansed me from. It's trying to save me from something that Jesus already saved me from. It is trying to sanctify me when Jesus already called me his Holy One. It's about becoming more righteous by doing the right thing, by seeking the spiritual things when Jesus already calls me his righteousness. Not only righteous, he called me his righteousness. But then again, I mean, everyone is free to preach whatever they want. Everyone is free to believe whatever they want. Well, I'm saying, if we really preach the gospel are good news. Thank you everyone that has been watching this video. I would really love if you subscribe to my YouTube channel.